54 past the hour. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell says the Republicans have a 50-50 shot of regaining control of the Senate in the midterms, but that it's going to be really, really close either way. That's likely going to make Senator Joe Manchin nervous, since this is what the West Virginia Democrat told NBC News senior national political reporter Sahil Kapur.
Can I get your reflections on this Congress? You've been at the center of so many things. You've gotten a lot of bipartisan things done.
I'm praying to God it's not a 50-50 again.
I'm sorry?
I'm just praying it's not a 50-50. I like for Democrats to be 51-49, but whatever happens, I kind of hope it's not a 50-50.
So you don't have to be at the center of everything again.
And Sahil joins us now. Tell us more about your conversation with the senator.
Well, Mika, it's not every day you see a politician essentially praying that he has less power in the foreseeable future, but that is what Senator Joe Manchin did in that interview that I had with him. And the reason for this is not difficult to see. He said he wants Democrats to hold on. He'd like it to be 51-49, and the reason, to read between the lines is quite simple. He has not enjoyed being the decisive vote in this entire Congress. He's been at the center of the storm, the linchpin of the Democrats' 50-50 Senate majority, all while representing a state that President Biden lost by 39 points. West Virginia is deep red, and Joe Manchin has been put in a position over and over and over again where he has to choose between the leanings of his state, his Republican-leaning constituents, and his party, the Democratic Party. He's made a lot of people angry on both sides of the aisle every step of the way, and he does not want to do that anymore. There are politicians who wouldn't be so fazed by this, but Manchin is someone who likes to make the left and the right happy, and he has simply not had the luxury of doing that over the last 2 years on many of these very contentious issues. So he'd like not to be the decisive vote next year, although certainly he would like to keep his chairmanship of the Energy Committee, and that requires Democrats holding on.
Sahil, do you get the sense from Senator Manchin that Democrats, if they come around to him at all on some of his energy proposals, that he might have been more flexible on other proposals?
Well, they've tried on some occasions to do just that. I mean, the Inflation Reduction Act, if you think of it, the reason they were able to get it through is that they made a commitment to Joe Manchin that they would move forward with a permitting reform package that includes an overhaul of energy and infrastructure projects, how they get approved. And that was Chuck Schumer's promise. He did agree to put it in the government funding bill, and he was ready to move forward with it until Manchin, recognizing that there wasn't enough Republican support, backed down from it. So Democrats have tried to move in Manchin's direction on energy on that front. And the simple fact is the energy and climate provisions in the Inflation Reduction Act were negotiated entirely around Joe Manchin's demands. They had 49 votes and a House majority to go much, much further. So there's no doubt they have moved in his direction, and they've had to.
Senior national political reporter Sahil Kapur, thank you very much for your reporting this morning, and still ahead.